Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Get that energy up, man. It's Thursday. One more day to the weekend. Code TV is trying to get back. I need help. I need you people to understand to get some energy, man. Give me some vibes. Give me some vibes. Good morning. Welcome to Thrive Through Thursday on Code TV, right? Where we don't just survive, we thrive, no matter what's happening in the world, and that's the truth. Rabbits, hello. What are you doing, honey? The grandbaby again. What are you doing? Well, I'm trying to do something, honey. Take him downstairs. I'll make him go. All right, shut my door for a minute. Thank you, baby. I'm so sorry, the grandbaby. Look at the beard, man. It's coming in so big. Rabbits, rabbits, rabbits. What's up? What's up? I hope everybody's having a great day, man. I'd like to get into some things. I hear this is YouTube suicide. God forgive me. I don't mean to say that. No disrespect. But they say that if you do talk about this stuff, you're more likely to be, ostracized. But I think the current state of the country, and I wrote all this down, besides the rising costs of everything, the stressful news cycle every day, something new, division between people, the distraction dangle over here. The thing is this, though, what I believe and what I've standed on since I've been on YouTube is number one, I have a faith thing, right? Teach his own, a lot of us do. But the main thing is people with the group think tank. Educate yourself. You want to stop chaos? Educate yourself. People listen to other people because they feel that these people know, I guess they talk from experience. And they think that these people can say things so much, a lie so many times, it can become real. Look, it's on both sides of the political spectrum, but it's never been this bad. Whereas people are, being unalive because of their political views. That should never happen. That's third world country stuff. We should never ever want to be like that. But I do believe a lot of it stems from ignorance, the people you surround yourself with. Like if you're around people that's going to yes you to death all the time, they're most likely not good people to have. You want people around in your life that's going to tell you what time it is. Even if you don't agree, man, people are going to tell you don't do this, don't do that, or maybe do this or that way. And a lot of us don't take heed to that because we feel that, we know what we're doing. And these people over here must be right because they're saying something I like. Look, whatever your political views are, that's your business. I'm saying if you're a God-fearing man or woman, you're most likely going to be kind to people. That's what comes with that. Now, I'm not saying everybody who's a faith person is kind like that, but for the most part, that's what it's supposed to be. At the end of the day, you got to do what works for you and your family. You got to do what works for you and your life. You got to do what works for you and the people that's around you. I mean, you shouldn't ever look. I wrote it down over here. Now they say that there's a couple principles. I believe there's three. Like your mindset has to be shifted. Even if you don't agree with something, you should want to learn about. Look, one thing. Number one, do not talk about things you don't know. Darren, what's up, brother? My man. That's a good dude right there. I'm trying to get back in the game, brother. I've been busy, but Darren, next week I'll be going to drop off for the homeless. I have like 48 care packs and some socks. Me and a veteran are going to be going down. It's going to be a good live, man. I have the other camera now. I'm going to take some video. We're going to go right on the street and give it out. So that's going to be cool. Like I say, your mindset shift, right? But we control our responses, man. Not the economy or politicians. Most people think that politicians control your life. They might set legislation that might have an effect on your life, but at the end of the day, man, you can do whatever you want as long as you do it respectfully and I guess by the guidelines of the law. That's the hardest part. Amanda, good morning. Another one, too. People in the community. Nobody's in the community. I coached 25 years. You know how many parents would just drop their kids off? And the neighbors used to be able to go to your neighbor to get a cup of sugar. Now nobody answers the door. Doors are locked, windows are shut. Um, your family and your friends is a big thing. Like since my mom died, and my dad, we do Sunday dinner here every Sunday. I invite friends, people come here. I bring all kinds of stray cats and animals up in here. That's just the way that I am. But you know, that's still there's so many people that I know that don't agree with what I believe politically or even maybe spiritually, but we still can have a relationship because there's a thing in this world called respect that you must have for one another. And the thing is, when you show that you don't have support, like respect for other people, most likely you don't have any respect for yourself. Because when you don't have respect for others, you're going to act out, do stupid stuff, act like a fool. And 9 out of 10 of the times, kids grow up and emulate. The first person they learn from is their parent. And when they see parents acting like that, that's what they inherit. And then you have a whole generation of whatever they call this. Like, God rest Charlie Kirk. You see these young kids that go to these events, you see what he did. You see all the lives that he touched and what's still going on. Like they thought they silenced them. They just made them stronger. Now, if there was somebody of a different faith or different teaching that was on campus that gave people a talk that was a different idea, but still had respect, I'm sure all of us could get behind that and watch that. But unfortunately, that's not what seems to be. I mean, when you see ICE officers, put governors putting laws in to get masks undone, which is, to me, it's crazy. But I just think us as the people, the only way to get yourself stronger in this whole chaos is to not feed to nothing. You can't get consumed with what's going on. Why would you? I mean, look at all the people on the internet. Darren, how many people have been on this internet that we heard, I'm a tough guy, I'm a street guy, I'm a gangster, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this. People just selling themselves. And then as you see them and you watch videos, you see they're not who they say they are. That's another thing in life, another important thing, man. I think that comes with respect too, but it's right on the cusp with that. Like 1, 2, people for some reason though are easily, man, influenced by other people. I know Darren may like certain things, songs or certain people or certain things, but I think Darren's going to do his own thing as the same way that I would. Look, when you're younger, you're more naive. That's why these young people are easily brainwashed because they're not really all the way educated and they haven't experienced life. And what's about to go down in New York, Darren, I'm glad you're here. 1 second. What's about to go down in New York with this mayor is going to hurt them for so long because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Nothing in this life is free. But what comes behind that, I don't like Mondami. I don't like nothing he stands for. But I don't want to see the guy hurt. I don't want to see nothing happen to him. It seems like if you side with a certain side, then you're a demagogue, homophobe, the R word, no good, all about yourself. To me, I think it's ridiculous. How can you be about yourself when I'm talking about what I've seen. Look, I'm going to be honest. When Charlie Kirk passed away, I didn't see any cities getting burnt. I'm not saying people don't have the right to feel that way. I'm just saying destruction, violence never solves anything. I know, Darren, straight up. Like there's a guy who's been around. Darren's been around. He knows. He's been my friend since I've been on here, man. So look, I strive to be a good channel because I want to help people. I know a lot of my problem why I'm not where I should be right now is consistency. I understand that. But what I've seen growing up and being 52, about to be 53, I've seen so many people, man, sell their souls and compromise their beliefs or their views because they want to fit in. or power becomes too much of a necessity. It's almost like an addiction. And now everybody's trying to go viral. And on YouTube, this little groups that we have over here, the only reason why these people get views and people come in their chat is because you got so many people hating against one. So once one's going against the other side goes with this side, then they go with this side. And look, if that's what people want to do, that's fine. That's not what I want to do. I'm trying to make a difference. Make the Wish is starting again next week. So then I'll have October, November, December, 3 months to raise for Make the Wish. You know, and I'm going to have to reach out to a lot of people because I need to get that going. But at the end of the day, I always come with receipts. And that's what life's about, man. Not about yourself. It's about other people. Even if it's about your family, your friends. What are you doing? She's got my son's headphones on and my son's watching. What are you doing? Are you playing airport? Okay, what's wrong? A little bit. All right, love you. Every day, man. They weren't here for like 2 weeks, a week and a half, because my daughter's boss was off, but they're here now. So it's the same thing, man. But when you have kids, you got family, and first off, you got to put God first if that's what you believe, no matter how you get there. Oh, tomorrow's going to be a great show too, man. We have Fun Fact Friday. I have some stuff I'm sure you guys never even heard of. Definitely a good way to start the weekend out. But no, seriously, like with this political climate, that you know, the violence, everything that's going on, man, people need to wake up. I mean, it's not going to get any better. It's going to get worse before it gets better. Like, even with me right now, I didn't want to be up here when my parents passed. You know, I didn't want to come up here before when all that drama and people or whatever were saying whatever, because I knew I wasn't going to respond and I didn't think it was fair that people could come at me and they know I'm not going to come at them. But in all actuality, it's the best thing you could do, because why would I give anybody that doesn't like me or wants to do a show about me or put me in a thing and talk about me? Why would I give anybody energy? I mean, when you have grown men on the internet every day is about another man, that's a little something more than weird. When your whole show every day is about another man, could you imagine what they're doing at home? How they're treating their girlfriends, their wives, or how they're treating their family? I mean, if most families knew what people did on this internet, I'm sure they'd be embarrassed. But yet, because there's some little bit of anonymity on here, I don't think that I think that's why people do what they do. They think somehow that if you have a little bit of an audience or a certain genre, so when the political climate is all messed up, the state with the rising gas costs or the lowering gas costs now, look, just because if you believe right or he believes left, you know, you have to go to violence and drama and this and that. That's nobody should do that. Everybody should respect another man's views. And to be honest, one of the first telltale signs of a real man, look, I'm no disrespect to women, but jealousy, you're talking about another man every day. There's something wrong there. That's more like jealousy and envy. That's a trait I never want to possess. I'm not saying I never have. Everybody does a little bit. But when you take that and then you turn on the political firestorm and you have people who are not educated and they really think what they're saying is believing, of course you're going to have violence. All I'm saying is, why? Why do people have to give in and be weak and believe this stuff that these people brainwash them with and make them feel that this is, you know, scripture? So my thing is this: at the end of the day, I'm still going to be me and keep doing what I'm doing. Mike Ball, what's up, brother? Yeah, hey, Emerald, I just said it, and I'll say it again. There's no doubt in my mind you guys know who I stand with politically, but I don't think that, look, if Biden, God forbid, would have got hurt, I wouldn't have wanted to see that. If I would have seen anybody like a young speaker on the other side, something happen, I don't want to see that. When you see people cheering on that kind of shit, you have to say to yourself, wait a minute, this is sad. These people's lives are so bad that somebody, look, just hear me out, stay with me. If you really hate somebody so much and you want the worst for them, once somebody's gone, Isn't that the ultimate? That's it. There's nothing left. You got what you wanted, right? So why still continue the narrative, the drama? I mean, I was surprised to see a lot of people say I didn't like him, didn't agree with him, but I didn't want to see that, and I respect them. So to me, it's like all I want to see is communities thrive. You know, when I go down to this, I'm telling you, next week, tune in. I'm going to announce it. When I go down to this veterans, we're going to a pretty crazy street in Philly. When we go down there, the guy I'm with did 16 years in the military. He's got crazy stories too. Oh, by the way, Mike Ball, Emerald, you might know this. I have a big announcement. You guys know a band? Do you remember a band back in the day called Pentagram? Well, actually, not back in the day. They've been around. Pentagram, did you ever hear that? Well, he's going to be coming on my show soon, man. He'll be on my show. I was talking to him yesterday. Great dude, man. Really cool cat. He's like 72. The dude doesn't even look like, looks like he's 50 or 60. Like, not late 60. He looks good. Yeah. Well, they just did another album. He's the only one left, the original member. I'm going to get him on the show, man. That's going to be pretty rad. And he's a cool cat, man. Like, look, there's so many people I know in life that we don't agree with. Politically, just about life, all kinds of different things, parenting, sports. But you don't go out of your way to wish that person harm or you don't want something to happen. That's why I was watching Mike Ball break down that stuff yesterday when I had a chance. And I loved this show last night, man. The other guy he had on the panel, not the biker dude, the other guy, I don't know, he was a biker too. He looked like he had swords behind him, man. He was pretty knowledgeable. He knew what he was talking about. Yeah, I didn't see the documentary because, look, I know the band. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. I didn't listen to that all the way. But when me and that dude met, I even told him, I said, bro, I'm not going to act like I've listened to all your music. And he was like, man, I don't care. Good brother, man. Good dude. Really cool cat. And he's happy when I met him. That's what I'm saying. Most people who are positive are confident. Most people who are negative are nasty. That's just the way that it is. When you have a person that's just going to act the way that they want, man, most likely it's because it's what they're taught, it's what's in them, it's what they know, and that's how they're going to act. And then when you get to a certain point in your life where a leopard doesn't change stripes, right? Is that what they say? You're not going to have a grown man changing his point of view or trying to, or even some women. Okay, I was wrong because it's ego driven. I mean, I watched Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah. That's my dog. I was with him, Emerald. I'll let you know when I do it. But Jimmy Kimmel, man, he was crying on there, but I didn't hear him say sorry. I mean, I watched Charlie Kirk's wife forgive the person who hurt her husband. And I watched Jimmy Kimmel make it all about him. That's what's wrong with society. I mean, they brought him back because he had no views. Then they know he's going to have views. At least, Johnny Carson, you never know who he voted for, right or wrong. What side was he on? Republican, Democrat. That stuff wasn't important. Why is somebody's political views important to if somebody's treating you with respect, somebody's a friend to you, and all of a sudden you find out that they're Republican or they're Democrat, the opposite of what you're registered as. And all of a sudden you have, oh my gosh, can you believe that? Why would you get upset if that person's been a good friend, treating you right? My mom always said, don't speak about religion and politics because you're not going to get the answers you like. And most people, always go to a real bad negative conversation. Hey, man, to each his own. I just want to see the world be a better place, man. I'm going to play my part. I'm sure you guys are doing your part. I'm not staying on here long. I have a lot to do today. I have the grandbaby running around crazy. But I wanted to come on here today, man, and just talk about, like, in this crisis, what's some of the things that you could do to keep yourself right. And, I believe faith is a number one for me. I believe education, being humble, being careful of who you speak to and what you speak about. Social media too, man. These kids are being raised by a freaking computer. Shut them things off. Let the kids go outside, man. I mean, I don't know everything, but I do know a little bit. And a little bit that I know, especially from my mistakes, man, I'll tell you what, I don't want to see anybody go through some of the things that I went through. But I still don't harbor any bad feelings, man. I don't wish people bad. I don't have any anxiety like that. I don't want to be this person to people that's just a, oh man, every time you talk to that guy, come on, you all have friends like that when you get done, that guy's so negative. I mean, that's just the way that it is, So this thing's crazy. But at the end of the day, man, I hope you like this little conversation we had. I hope you subscribe, hit the like button. Uh, I wish all you and your family to stay blessed, not stressed. Let God handle the rest. I'll be back here tomorrow for Fun Fact Friday. I'll probably be on a little bit longer. Tomorrow's going to be a funny show, man. I guarantee there's things tomorrow I'll talk about that you never even know. So, with that, I'm going to get out of here. I wish everybody the best, man. Listen.